Hey there, boys and girls of the YouTube world. Today, Duff Dog and I are going to see if we can't get a 305 GMC running. Because who doesn't love a 50-year-old V6 engine? Yeah. So, what we got here is a guy took a 1962 GMC truck and he's making a trailer out of it. Gave me a call, said, hey, you want any parts off of it? I got the grill and it's got some bucket seats, title, radio delete, a bunch of other odds and ends. So hit me up if you're looking for some GMC big truck stuff. Not much for body stuff. There's some odds and ends there. And it had this 305 GMC V6 in it. I grabbed the fan, it turns over. So let's see what happens. The license plates were like 94-ish, so what's that, 26 years ago? She's been sitting a while, but had a hood on it. It's got an oil bath air cleaner that we kind of mangled with the chain bringing it in. So we got oil running all over it on the floor. Save that wing nut, oil bath air cleaner. Hopefully we didn't mess it up too bad there. Let's get our chain off here. I didn't take it out. The guy that was cutting the truck apart up didn't know much about it. I'd seen the truck on Facebook Marketplace this summer. I didn't think I needed it. But it turns out I ended up with it anyway. Some of these came with plaid valve covers. They're pretty cool. Go check them out. There's probably a picture of them that's going to show up. Here. There's a picture of them. They're cool. Check them out. I've never had one with them. I know this really cool guy from Cooperstown. He's had some of them. He might end up with this engine too. Don't tell him what I paid for it. Nothing. So let's get her stood up here without blowing her gasket. You see, he kind of mangled the generator bracket. 62. When the last year my 64's got an outlet here, so 62 or 3 probably last year, the generator. Oh, for cheese and rice. Whew. You see, the oil pan did have a little damage on it from sitting like so. Oh, dipstick. Here's a little mangled. Coolant's always a good sign. Strip these battery cables off. Install some new cheapy ends on there. You can use vice grips just to clamp them to the battery, but it's not real good for your battery. And we gotta make this battery last. It's a new one. We're on a budget here. Still looking for battery sponsors. I suppose since this one goes to the starter solenoid, that would be positive. What do you think, Duff? Battery cable's hooked up. Oh, before we get started, let's take bets on how many sandwiches this takes. Nothing like a cold sandwich. Also, this is 305 cubic inches of stump pulling awesomeness. Check it out. They made a 710 version. That's right, they made a V12 of these. Basically was welded 2 engine blocks together and a crank and a camshaft. Had 2 separate carburetors, 2 separate distributors, 4 exhaust manifolds, 4 heads, 4 valve covers. Yeah, it's an anomaly. Anomaly. Ugh. This first beer's already got me messed up. But anyway, they were 275 horsepower. Yeah, really getting after it. Setting the world on fire. Check it out. Some guys really love them. No offense to you 3 people out there. Hey, and I don't mean to hate on this stuff. Just take it easy, Studebaker guys. Grapes. I love them all. Right, Duff? We love them all. Big ones, skinny ones, even the redheads. Oh, sorry, bud. So here we go. Got the I'm a Loser. Hook her up to the inside post. Come on.
You helping?
Like I said, it turned over by hand, so shouldn't be a problem.
Duff, watch your. Oh yeah, before we try that, let's fix that fan blade.
Gah!
Maybe we just take the belts off. Yeah, you like that idea? I do too. You gotta save those. They're the good ones. You know, we don't have one of them Napas close by. You can go get new ones. So you gotta save the old stuff.
Well, that's how long it's been sitting that the belt is stuck. Rusted on the bottom pulley.
So that's a couple days.
Yeah, 5 or 9, I would say.
We're gonna hang on to those. Somebody will surely give me $1 for my stack of belts at my auction sale when I die. Here we go.
We're gonna have to pull apart another starter, Duffy.
Whew! Thought she wasn't gonna go. Check out the guys at Coastal Auto Resurrection. They're up in Canada. You know, they got that goofy accent, kind of like me. But yeah, they've been dropping my name out there, so I really appreciate it. Also check out Robert's Garage. I think he's got one of these. He's got a YouTube channel. We'll put a link down there below. And yeah, anybody else that's mentioned me, go check them out too. We'll put the list down below. I can't remember them all, but there's a pretty good YouTube clan. I guess everybody kind of bands together and somehow they picked me up. The stepchild that I am, kind of like this GMC V6. But appreciate it. Yeah, Coastal Auto Resurrection, CAR, up in Canada, link below. And Robert's Garage. Robert's been a follower ever since the beginning. He's kind of trying to start up a channel on his own, so appreciate it. Go check those guys out. Give them a like, give them a subscribe. What are we gonna do with this thing if we get it running? Let me know. Is this thing a boat anchor? Can we get some speed parts for it? Is there any speed parts for this thing? Other than plaid valve covers. If this thing had plaid valve covers, we'd keep it. Right, Duff? It's got a new fuel pump. It's turning over. And it's in here. But not really. Sweet. Well, now we just gotta get spark. Yeah. I'm sure we're gonna have to clean the points up, but we're gonna try it without, because one of these times we're gonna not have to clean the points up. Half a sandwich in, turn it over. So I get a lot of people commenting about how I check for spark. They think that I'm doing it wrong, or it's an anomaly. I said it right that time, but anyway, if you take a jumper wire or your ignition wire, whatever, say you got ignition power. Looks like this one goes up the harness and the other side should go to the distributor. Yep. So there's 2 terminals on your coil. I think this would be the positive side. You hook up to the battery, negative side goes to the distributor. You take and you hook your jumper wire up to your positive wire, up to your positive battery cable. So now you got power going to that coil. Then you take your coil wire and you unhook it from the distributor. And you find somewhere that's not greasy enough, that's grounded out. And as you turn the engine over, and if the points are working, a nice hot spark will jump off the end of that coil wire. Or if you just put your finger on it, it'll jump right into your finger. And surprise, surprise, we're getting nothing. So then you go and unhook this again, because you don't want to blow that coil up. Ask me how I know how. And then you grab a distributor wrench, aka a screwdriver, to take the cap off a distributor wrench. Wow, I have another. Pop your distributor cap off. It's 2 screws that hold it in place in this instance. Points actually look pretty good, but they usually do because they're sealed up. And then what I usually like to do is just kind of take a screwdriver and flick them a few times to open and close them. I'd show you this, but
Everybody says I'm too shaky with the camera anyway. It's points. Just flick them a few times. So basically they're only opening about, what, 35, 45 thousandths? 19 or 20 thousandths, something like that. And you're just opening up further than that. You're just flinging them open, hoping that all the calcium or corrosion, cancer, COVID, herpes, get it all off there. Then we'll hook our coil wire back up and we'll turn it over again. You don't need the distributor cap on. You just, all those points are doing is telling the coil to fire. So, try her again. Still nothing. The other thing you can do is leave that coil wire hooked up to your battery, and then you can flick those points. I call it flicking the points, whatever. You can open and close the points manually and see if you got a spark inside the distributor. You'd also have it up here coming from the coil wire. Oh. And you can see, well, maybe you guys can't see, but as I'm doing this, ow, son of a biscuit. Yeah, that. See that sparked up in between the coil wire and the valve cover? It's not plaid. Now let's try it. Yeah, it's working. You guys can probably see it. I can feel it. Oh yeah, look at where the spark plugs are at. I was like, thought somebody stole the plug wires off of it in the time that Dan took it out, but no. They're like up here in the valley pan by the intake. Weird. Yeah, perfect spot for all the oil and fuel and everything else to run in there. So, let's get some hot sauce stuff and let's get wild. We're not even a full sandwich in yet. Just kidding, now we are. Oh, so good. So we got our hot sauce. One for you. I'll pet you in a minute. One for me. One for you, my goodest boy. Oh yeah, you're the best shock dog ever. All right, let's do this. Ready? Is it gonna go? Is this gonna be a 1 1/4 sandwich start? Oh yeah. Probably partly because the starter bending sucks. Choke it. Oh yeah, I'd like. Did we just get some shrapnel shooting out of the exhaust? Well, it wants to go. We should probably quit. Good enough. Just kidding. Let's get the marine tank. Wonder how many times I'll trip over that hose. So you got fuel. You got fuel leaking all over up here. You got a sandwich. Look up our coil wire. I wish that starter didn't suck. Or we're getting some action at the accelerator pump. Woo! She's really cheeching. Our accelerator pump is clearly dried up.
Oh yeah. We should probably fix that vacuum leak, huh? Well, that didn't go so bad. Oh man. Look at all the mouse poopy that came out. Let's fix a vacuum leak. You could see me tapping on the front of the carburetor here. The float appeared to be sticking, so the fuel pump was just pushing fuel into the bowl and pushing it past the accelerator pump rod here. So when I did that, it stopped leaking, so the float was stuck down. Now it's floating again, you know, like floats do. Let's find a plug for that. For those of you that guessed 1 5/16 beers, congratulate yourselves. That's pretty easy. Pretty easy. Ran one part. Let's get a plug for that vacuum hose and really twist on her. Just put some spin on it, it'll be fine. There. Oh, that isn't even the right one. What the French? All right, Nelson style, we're putting a bolt in it. What size is that? That'll be good. Vacuum leaks addressed. What do we got for oil pressure sending unit thing in the bottom? That's for the hydraulic clutch. Oh, it was a wire. Good. So it's not spitting oil all over. I did pull out the dipstick and check it. It's a round rod. I think it's aluminum. Yep, it's aluminum. That was too easy, Doc. Hey, there's reverse. Oh, dang it, I wanted to blast through the gears. So there you go. Less than 2 sandwiches in, we got ourselves a 305 GMC that probably needs a starter, needs an accelerator pump, and a whole carb rebuild. Probably could use plugs and wires and several other things, but hey, it runs. I think a guy can pressure wash this and throw it in something. Be good to go. Actually, idles real good. Yeah, don't do what I was doing and just zinging it back there. Well, you can, but don't leave a 6-inch chunk of the drive shaft hanging off the back of the transmission, because that was probably one of the dumber things I've done on the channel. And that's really saying something. I guess I could ask you guys what I should do with this thing, but I'm gonna sell it because I don't need it. So you guys tell me what would you do with this thing? Anyway, enough of the rambling. Appreciate it. Thanks for watching. Check out my other videos. Check out those guys I talked about. Coastal Auto Resurrection, Robert's Garage, and there's some other guys up in Canada that I was talking about. The Canada guys, they're just so gosh darn nice. You know, I appreciate it, and I appreciate you for watching. So remember, it doesn't matter how you get it done, so long as you're having fun, right? Yeah, Duff's having fun. See his tail there? Thanks, everybody. Have a good one.